The news wants you to believe this story is all about oil, but it's not. You already know what happened. On January 3rd, just after 2 in the morning local time, U.S. Delta Force operators captured Nicolas Maduro. At first, we were told it was simply about serving an arrest warrant. Then, almost instantly, the narrative shifted. Oil, Venezuela's massive crude reserves, 300 billion barrels underground. And sure, that explanation sounds logical, but it's incomplete. Because just days after Maduro was taken to a detention center in New York, something strange happened. Greenland suddenly came roaring back into the headlines. Not quietly, big time. And that raises an obvious question. Why Greenland? Why now? While the mainstream media focused on sovereignty, invasions, hemispherical doctrines, and alliances, something far more important was unfolding beneath the surface. Oil does matter, and we'll get back to that. But Venezuela and Greenland share something far more strategic than simply being in the same hemisphere. Rare earths. A lot of them. Venezuela's Orinoco mining arc alone is believed to hold up to 300,000 metric tons of rare earth deposits, potentially worth hundreds of billions of dollars. These include elements like lanthanum, thorium, and neodymium. Neodymium, by the way, is a critical component in America's most advanced fighter jet, the F-35. Each F-35 contains roughly 900 pounds of rare earth materials. Greenland? Even bigger. Estimates range from 1.5 million to as much as 40 million metric tons of rare earths. That puts it among the largest rare earth holders on the planet. Combined, Venezuela and Greenland could represent trillions of dollars in critical minerals. And here's why that matters. Rare earths aren't about electric cars or smartphones anymore. They're about national defense and technological dominance, precision weapons, advanced radar, aerospace systems, semiconductors, the backbone of modern military and economic power. Right now, the United States has a serious problem. China controls roughly 60 to 70% of global rare earth mining, and over 90% of separation and refining. That means nearly everything that matters technologically flows through China first. That's not leverage. That's dependency. The news wants you to believe this story is all about oil, but it's not. Now suddenly, two regions sitting in the Western Hemisphere loaded with rare earths move to the center of global attention. Venezuela, Greenland, rare earths. Now about that oil. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Before any of the Venezuela news broke publicly, something unusual started happening in the market. Days before Maduro was captured, our proprietary trading algorithms flagged buying in certain U.S. energy stocks. Not retail speculation, institutional activity. Take Chevron. Chevron was the last major U.S. oil company still operating in Venezuela. In the days leading up to the capture, multiple buy signals appeared. One algorithm indicated a strong technical entry point. Another detected institutional buying. Then the news hit. Maduro was captured over the weekend. Markets opened Monday. Chevron gapped up nearly $10 per share almost instantly. That's not coincidence. The buy signals appeared before the headlines. Sell signals flashed after the move. Now Halliburton. Same pattern. Buy signals triggered just days before the event. Price surged, then sell signals fired shortly after. Halliburton, an oilfield services giant, would directly benefit from any restructuring or reopening of Venezuelan energy infrastructure. Again, institutions appeared to be positioned early. They appeared to know, ahead of time. But this isn't about conspiracies. It's about awareness. You see, institutions don't wait for headlines. They position ahead of them. They act on information flows most people never see. How do they get their information? Who knows? But when you understand how to track their activity, you learn not to fight institutions. You learn to trade alongside them. That's the real lesson here. This wasn't just an oil trade. It was a geopolitical trade, a supply chain trade, a national security trade. And if institutions were positioning early in energy, ask yourself this: what do you think they're doing in rare earth stocks right now? Because when Venezuela potentially holds hundreds of billions in rare earth deposits, and Greenland holds trillions more, and China currently dominates the supply chain, the next phase of capital rotation becomes obvious. This story isn't finished, it's just starting. And the investors who win won't be the ones reacting to headlines after the move. They'll be the ones watching where smart money flows before the story breaks. Because in markets like this, the real edge isn't speed, it's foresight.